Hi everyone, welcome to Antiman channel. I'm very excited to have you with me on my channel. My name is you. I often talking about web, blockchain, and AI. Today I'm gonna show you fast API framework, high performance, easy to learn, fast to code, and ready for person. This is so catchy, and I want to try it out. And let me know if you have any comment about this framework. The first thing, this is about Python framework. So you need to have at least Python version 3.8. It's based on standard Python typing like TypeScript for JavaScript. So that's the first thing. And when you check this documentation, the good thing is quite intuitive, easy to learn for me. And for example, here you need to install with pip. But then this command, you need to have another server. It's called ASCII server, which stands for Asynchronous Server Gateway Interface. And they recommend Unicorn or Hypercom. You can use one of them. To create the application, you can need to have the entry file like main.py here. Like if you're working with JavaScript, thinking of is index.tn or main.tn file. The first three line you import the typing. So this is the way you define typing in Python. So then you create the application and you can define the how you want to create the UL. So this is get methods and the UL would be the root UL and return that as hello world. When you run this application on your machine, you can run command unicorns main app and the that's reload is for development. It will auto reload whenever you change a file on the folder. It has the explanation here what does it mean. The good thing about Fun API is it provides two client UI to interact with the API. It's called Open API UI or Swagger UI. So this is like my go-to tool. So after run application, you set the slash docs and you get the UI. Or you don't want that one, you can use redoc. Similarly, you have slash redoc and you can type thing. So this is very good at performance. It's one of fastest Python framework available. You can check it out. And this is very much not from the author of this project. It's from the independent company. Alright, for today, I create a mono repo project. It's called FastAPI app. Let me show you. On this application here, I use a tool called Moon. It's a tool for to help you build a monorepo package or you can manage your project underneath. And I had three applications. So I had app one, app two, and client. App one, app two, that's the Python application, and they had two approaches. The traditional way, you had a requirement.ts file to list all the dependencies of the Python application. A second way, I want to show you Poetry. The Poetry is quite cool for me because you can define the version per project, and when you run up the application on that project, it will select correctly the version you want, and you can list on the dependent or dev dependent. I will show the detail later on, but let's look on the client. Client here, this is the burn application. So that in that file. On this application, I will generate the client and look on the package.json file, and you're gonna see a new open API TypeScript project. This is quite popular on Open API tool, and you can provide the Open yeah, JSON file, and you tell where is the output. And there are a few options. The default option is the Flash, but right now I want to working with nodes, and I use once I use nodes here. And three smart parameter here is when you get a range, you can define the way you want to output. So I want to output this called Fast API demo client, and I use option at the way when you send the param, it will be an object, not the comma selected parameter. And I use union instead of enum. So this all the thing, and then I can interact this with the API. So for example here, the usage is quite simple. You import the fast API demo client. You provide the instance with the where the server you want to call, and you can call the methods. So this is the function name from Python, and the final the suffix either the action like guess, pause, put, or whatever attribute verb you provide. And here I guess item. So it will list all of the item. So this is a get item, the function name, then it's had the this is a collection, and then you had the get the methods to get the result. We go to demo later on, but this is overview. And for this one, to check it out, you need first step you need to run Moon install. Moon run install. For this demo, I use Python version 3.11, and the way I want to show you is about I use Python to manage the version. I use an easy switch. What is your version right now? I had system with me on my machine. They already had the version on macOS 3.9, and I had different version I want to switch. And then I can run Moon run install. With this one, you're gonna see they had three applications, and each one they had the install command. And this is here the task I define. So whenever I say Moon run install, it will run all the install under the app folder. So how is pickup because this is the workspace. And whenever I define the where I consider app projects will under the app folder or package folder. And with the task file, I say max info. So it will go to the folder. So on its folder here, app one, app two, and client. I had a file called make file, and it will have the install command. So when I run app one, app two, client install, it will go and run max install on its folder. And you're gonna see here like the app one I use version is 3.11, and if I run moon then test, it's similarly you're gonna have test command on three package, three application, and you're gonna see here. So with app one I use my global version, which means Python 3.11, but with the app two, because I use Python 3, I already tell like you the version I define on the file. So let me show you. So we have one my friend Tom here. So I already had the best market is say the version I want is Python, and then FastAPI and Unicorn. So three packets to install. And for testing, I need to have a TBS PyTest install on this one. And when done, my stack here, it will go Y3 run PyTest. This is the way Y3 to run the package. And when it finished, you're gonna see the result when it comes here. So let's look on the application on your machine. So they have three applications, right? So when you run, you can choose like app1 dep, which means it run the dep task under the app1 folder. And when you run this one, you can open this is the hello world entry point, and you can access the DAO, and this is what the UI. You can see like this is my typo. When I enter something wrong, it's written 404 not found. And if I call the API, you get item, and this is the protocol ATB 1.1, the version, and it is written Sunrise OK. And result here the result. Also, you can see the response header. So if you don't want to use Swagger OpenAI UI, you can use Redux. So this is another UI. Similarly, you can have tree collection. You had root, you had item, you had user. It hasn't. You can do similar thing. You can call and typing, and you're gonna see the result right away. So this is the provide from Fast API out of the box. And on this here, let me show you the entry point of this one. I create the demo, and I often had the comment to say how it working and how to use read the code, quite easy to understand. For example, this one you import all the fast API, then you define the middleware, and this is the code setup when you call from cross domain. You need to define how you accept or not, or which method or all domain. For this for development, I just accept any server, any client, and here this is the middleware. So you can create a custom middleware, and this is process time. Whenever you call BI, you're gonna see the result at the chart on the header. It's called a dash process dash time. It just calculate the time before and after you process the request. And here is the way you define the model. When you define model, you can assign to the endpoint, and you assign a task. This one we will drop on the Swagger UI. Let me show you. This is the deploy. I already deployed to file. So as application here, I provide the Docker file. So with the Docker file, we will say how you want to install the package, and then you run the server and put the port here. And if you use the Travis Mac, the gateway on your machine, and there's a Docker combo file. And when you run on your machine, you can access to Spotify demo traffic.me to testing this one. I'm gonna show you right away after this one. And the flyer, when you have the file here, you can deploy to the server easily. So for example here, if I apply deploy right now, I need to cd to app1. After this one, it will detect the flyer office, and then it will build the image and deploy to the server. So let's say it's running. And when it's running, let me run with Docker Compound. So when you come up here, with this one, it will, because I already run on my machine. If you want to build again, it will put the image, it's gonna test time. So I want to skip this one. So this on the left, you already built, and you need to wait a few minutes, a few seconds. It's ready to see the result. Let me come back here, and let this is a Docker file. Now, if I open this one, a new tab here, so you see here, this is the result. So if I go to doc, you're gonna see the result. Now if I call something, you're gonna see the result. I'll call item, get item, right now, execute. Yes, you get the result. So this with the way you can setting on your machine before you deploy, or what, or you already deploy, you can use Flywheel to setting your API. So it help you weekly to prototype whatever you want. So this is deploy instant. And when you define everything, the next step I want to show you about the client app, and I need to go to client app. So the my file here, I had a few commands. The first command is generate client. This client here is will by on the OpenAPI file. So I'm gonna like generate, and you're gonna see right on the left. Right, we're on the left here. This is what it's calling, and it's generate the output with Flutter API demo client. And even I can't make that, or I can omit the argument here. If that is the first task here, I can just say make, and you will see here there are two more requests to the server. And with this way, I can okay, client index. So you see here, so this is the server I define. So I had get root, as I say. So when you generate, you're gonna have the client, and this will client root. So this is the task. When we define the task here, it has root, item, and user. And then you have the methods and use. You see what I write here, return a simple hello world message. It will sound the message return hello silver. And you see the response right away. Or if you want something else, you can try like hello user. And now they had create user post, and with this way, you can get the result from user post. And so that's message here. So I'm gonna console message, and here this is the promise is always say cancel promise. So I need away here, say. So you see here, this is the one we just tried. So with this way, you can easily like generate different client, or you build API, you want to interact with it from UI, you can use this tool. And with generate client here, you just choose different methods, like instead of nodes, you can say generate like web client. This will generate that for you. All right. And finally, on the repo, whenever I build something, I often have the resource section, and I'm gonna list all the things I use to build the demo, or the reference for my demo. You can follow this one like tutorial. You need to check it out the step by step, and you get the sense how Fast API working. Then how to build API with the conversion practice from this startup. So it's at more than 6K star, and they have all the reason how you structure the package, how you build the test, how you build templates, how about the requirement. You, you can group all the things, and you just follow along and pick up whatever you want. But for this, I would suggest something simple like the app one here. And the resume on the app one, I also do the same thing. I list all the tools you have, how you run, how to build Docker, how to deploy, and the resource session. And this is all resource from Fast API. So if you're new to this framework, you should check it out, like how is Py working in Python, how to set up environment, how to debug, how to testing, how to generate, etc. So this all the concept I think whenever you build API, you should consider though. And on this app, I use the big application structure. So similar thing you just see here. But for my version, it's quite simple. All right. Thank you, everyone.